The friend zone. It sucks. It's hell. How can you get out of it? Because younger Adrian used to always find himself texting a girl for like a couple weeks to a month, going on a date. Me thinking the date went like pretty good, but then weeks would go by after and I'd find myself in this hole, the friend zone. I was the type of guy when he'd get friend zone when the other girl didn't really want like anything serious with each other, like it was kind of over. I would almost turn into that like needy, low test, soy boy, desperate guy. I'd start to message girls like they were my friends, not knowing that I don't want to be friends with them. I want to fuck them. I want a relationship. I don't want them to be my friends. I have my guy friends to send memes to. I have my guy friends to like speak about sports and shit. I didn't understand that once you're in this situation, it's actually possible to get yourself out of it. I thought I'm in the friend zone and oh, nothing serious can happen. So I may as well just become friends with them. When deep down, I didn't want to become friends with the girls I was speaking to, and you probably don't either. So if you find yourself stuck in like this similar situation, I hope this video can motivate and inspire you and educate you to help climb yourself out of it and eventually and potentially get that relationship back to where it was. First off, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Adrian. I've been training in the gym for 6+ years. I've experienced what it's like to waste days, weeks, even months chasing a girl just to get friend zoned. And I can assure you, it sucks. It feels purposeful for me to help others strive for improvement in all areas of self development. Finally, I'm proud of the progress I've made in my journey and feel like sharing it with you will only help accelerate your very own progress. Quick plug, I'm currently doing one-on-one self-improvement coaching course. It'll be the first link in the description. If you want any advice with your physical health, mental health, social health, click the first link in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button to get these full-length educational guides a whole lot more often on your homepage instead of like the shitty clickbait entertainment videos you watch every night, which honestly make you feel like, why the hell did I waste my time watching that? Provided with no value, didn't learn a thing, just sapped my energy and time. Subscribe to this channel, just purely educational content. My promise to you is that at the end of this video, you will not only learn about how I managed to stop getting friend zone, but ultimately you'll become equipped with the education needed to implement these learnings in your own life. So, the parts of this video include 1. Disappearing for a while. 2. Working on yourself. 3. Creating a new identity. 4. Making your intentions known. 5. Forgetting her. And 6, we'll finish off with the actionable step. Let's get started. Number 1, disappearing for a while. Younger Adrian would find himself, like I just said previously, he would find himself actually building a pretty good relationship, going on a date, he thinking the date went pretty well, but then getting hit with the text, I think we're better off as friends. It would hurt, but I'd always like try like work my way around it, like try to keep staying in contact with her, thinking that was the right thing to do to hold any attraction that may have still been there. The harsh truth is no. If she doesn't like want you and you think you're going to increase her chances of wanting you by continuously trying to text her and stay in contact with her, that's only going to dig you a deeper hole. And I can tell you from like plenty of my own personal experiences, it's not good. What you'd rather do instead is just disappear. As cringe as like go ghost sounds, just piss off. I don't know how many guys have to hear this, but what's stopping you from just giving her some space and letting her think about you instead of you just shoving yourself down her throat, just making the situation worse, just becoming more of a friend with her? Disappearing is probably one of the best things you can do because right now, the reason why she maybe doesn't want anything with you is because you're not the guy she wants. Take that data and use it as motivation, as fuel to improve yourself. Because the more you can ignore her, the more you just simply don't message her and stop valuing her notifications like I once did. The more you can do that, the more or the less distractions you're not only going to have with your own mental thoughts. Because let's be real, the more you text someone, the more just distracting and thoughts it takes up in your day-to-day life. So that's one benefit. Two, maybe she'll start thinking about you because you're not messaging her like you did 24/7 like you used to, and you actually have more time to improve yourself. Now you have more time and less distracting thoughts to actually pick up and read a book. You have more time to go to the gym. You have more time to do productive, like fulfilling, purposeful tasks, which actually promote you instead of like pulling you down. It is the best thing you can do when you feel like you've been friend zoned. Disappear. And people say to me like, "Oh, Adrian, how long should I disappear for? A week, a month?" Don't worry about how long. Just do what has to be done. Do the work, and she'll see that you've been grinding over like a long period of time. And before you know it, bro, eventually and like potentially she should be like coming back to you. And that's how it should be. Disappear for a while, stop being desperate, stop valuing her notice, because you get that like a little dopamine boost when you see the text from her. Bro, fuck that. We want more than a text message, right? Stop caring so much about if she Snapchatted you or not. Because quite frankly, it doesn't mean much. Other guys are seeing it in person. Other guys are, yeah, fucking her, bro. And you're just valuing her text. Disappear for a while. Just piss off. Number two, working on yourself. You've disappeared. Congratulations. You've blocked her, removed her, whatever. Now you start to have more free time. You start to think of stuff to do in this free time, which actually promotes you. Maybe you haven't been consistent in the gym. Maybe you're kind of skinny fat. So you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to improve myself physically because I know that's going to help attract her even more. Because, yeah, believe it or not, girls are attracted to like the V taper broad shoulders. They say they like dad bods, but like, no, fuck off. Build the physique. However, younger Adrian would make the mistake of thinking that improving himself, this is when I've spoken a lot about this. When I first heard self improvement, I only thought it used to just mean physically, just your physique. So I would improve myself physically. I actually got like relatively jacked, built some muscle, but I would still find myself getting friend zoned because I hadn't improved myself in other areas of self improvement. This is a mistake a lot of young guys make, like all those like gym goers, we go gym cringe motherfuckers. They think the only thing to do after getting their heart broken, after getting friend zone, is to just go gym. Which I'm not saying going to the gym is a bad thing. Yes, go gym. It's a prerequisite. You have to go gym. You have to build your physique. But realize that there's other areas of self improvement other than just your physical health. Right now, the reason why you're probably getting friend zone is because you probably have shit social skills. You probably have like pretty fucking bad mental health. You keep getting insecure. You're not that spiritual as you want to be. You're not that educated. There are so many other things, bro. Work on yourself in all areas. In all areas, be versatile. Read a book, because I can guarantee you, right now you're probably like, maybe you have been going to the gym consistently. Maybe you have been eating healthy. Maybe you have been stretching every day. Maybe you have been going for runs. But maybe you just haven't had the discipline to pick up and read a book. Maybe you're still a dumbass. Because that was the situation with me. I was the dumbass, and honestly, I still think I am because I still find myself getting friend zoned. I'm still trying to become better. Literally got friend zoned like a month ago. And now I've realized, like, yeah, why? I need to continue to educate myself because I still am a bit of a noob with like relationships and stuff like that. And you probably are as well. So don't ignore the work. Go gym. but do the other stuff as well that like no one's doing, because you start to do stuff that no one else does, you're only going to stand out more and more and more, right? You do the stuff in the video game, like those harder levels, which no one else touches, they just stick to the easy modes. You start to stand out more and more. Same principle with real life. Do you really think any of your friends from high school are reading books and trying to like learn and become better? Probably not. They're all just like too like down deep in the rabbit hole of just entertainment, of just brain frying dopamine. Netflix, porn, video games, fapping, everything, bro. Huge list. Cut that shit out and start working on yourself, because this is how eventually, and this is how like you're going to get yourself out of the friend zone sooner rather than later. Number 3, creating a new identity. Kind of what I just touched on previously. Physically, I was growing. However, mentally and psychologically, I was still the same. Like I just said previously, I'd improve my physique. I'd get friend zone. I'd build some muscle, find a new girl. Things go well, and I'd still get friend zone because I'd still have that like old self image. I hadn't like updated my mental hardware. I was still that needy guy. Didn't update my identity. I was still like insecure and needy, even though, yeah, I had some pretty sick muscles on my frame. I'm saying and reiterating this because it's just so important. And so many people ask me, oh, Adrian, how do I improve my self image? I still get all these negative thoughts. I still get like these inner voices, inner demons in my head, and still think I'm not the guy I want to be, like all this shit. The most bang for buck way to just start to get your own brain on your side is, I've said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again because everyone forgets what I say in my videos. You have to start doing what you say you're going to do. Because once you start to do that, once you start to say, okay, I'm going to read a book, and you actually read the book, once you start to do, okay, I'm not going to fap, and I actually didn't fap, internally, you start to build self-confidence. What does that start to show externally? That you're not hiding anything, that you're starting to do what you say you're going to do. Externally, you start to give this impression of, yeah, a pretty confident guy. Right now, if I'm looking at you, externally, I see a guy who just fapped last night, bro. I see a guy who played or wasted like 6 hours playing video games, the new NBA 2K, bro. What are you doing? When I see my friends, this sounds weird as fuck, but I've said this to them. When I'm just out in public, I can look into a guy's eyes and see if he probably fapped the night before, because you can just see when someone's like insecure. It's in their eyes. And the way to combat this, the way to fix this, is to just start becoming a man of your word. Start doing, okay, I'm going to make a checklist. I have a whiteboard right here, and I'm going to start to do what I say I'm going to do. Oh, cold shower, tick that box. Oh, meditate for 10 minutes, tick that box. Slowly but surely, you start to do what you say you're going to do. Your identity changes. Your self-image improves. You no longer start to think of like these awkward situations which happened, or maybe your first couple dates, or in high school or some shit. You start to like stop being needy, because you start to realize you attract what you are, and you're getting more results than what your younger self did. What's the point of being needy? You start to realize, oh, I didn't need to be desperate. I can disappear for a while because I'm happy with who I am. She rejected me. Okay, cool. I've got a new identity and I don't care about her anymore. Probably one of the most like bang for buck tips and bit of advice I've like ever given. Improve your mental health. Start meditating, even if it's just for like 5 minutes. Start doing a dopamine detox. Start gratitude journaling. We all know these self-improvement habits. You've watched over 1,000 videos of what to do, so I'm not going to go into too much depth about, oh, meditation's good. We all know it's good. It's just a matter of doing it. And I know for me, I've been slacking the fuck with it. I've been slacking so much. I used to talk about it, but I used to like never do it. And now I've realized, damn, the reason why I have like little symptoms of like ADHD, not like super bad ADHD, but the reason why I lose focus and not be as present as I want to be in conversations with girls is because I'm not meditating. I'm not growing psychologically, I'm not improving my self image. I'm not doing the stuff which I have to do. Start doing what you have to do, and your identity will change sooner rather than later. Number four, making your intentions known. This is vital, and it's something which I used to never do, which always led to confusion and me end up just me being ghosted or friend zoned. You have to set the priorities out like as soon as you can. Probably like the best case scenario is like when you see her in person. You don't really have to do it on text. That's a bit weird, but like in person, you don't have to specifically say this. But what really helped me was saying to her, "I don't want to be friends with you, but I want to take you out." Bang! You've just instantly set the dynamic of masculine, feminine. You've instantly set fuck being friends. I don't want to be that. I want more than that. I didn't even know this. I thought most girls just assume that, but like, yeah, they kind of assume it, but like, the more you start to be vocal about it, the more she actually like obviously would start to assume it even more. As stupid as this sounds, right? You say something, it's just like action speaks louder than words, or like assumptions. The more you can be polarizing instead of being neutral, that will start to create a bigger bond. Because we're all attracted to our complete and utter bipolar opposites. If you're a masculine guy, which you probably are, you clicked on this video, you're probably like pretty masculine. You're on self improvement. You're trying to improve your physique. You're reading books. You want to be a leader, etc. You attract the feminine, the love, caring, kind type of girl. Whereas if you're a feminine guy, you're going to attract the masculine girls, the girls that are like super driven, that care about purpose and all that stuff, working hard. Most guys, though, in general, like 80-90% of guys are masculine. I'm just assuming you're probably masculine, okay? So you have to be polarizing. You can't start to become feminine yourself if you're trying to attract a feminine girl. Because when you become feminine and she's feminine, what does that mean? It's neutral. It's friends. You get friend zoned. Okay? So you want to stay masculine. You want to keep this split. You don't want the split to like, how do I explain this? You don't want it to become balanced. You want it to become like as complete end of the spectrums as possible. Okay. And how do you do this? You be polarizing. You love, like you super, super love her, or you hate her. You don't be neutral. Stop being a friend. Stop valuing her noties. Stop being nice. Because the nice guy doesn't work. She has her girlfriends to be nice to and all that shit. She doesn't want that. Polarization is essential. And it's the reason why so many relationships down the line just end because this whole concept of polarizing just like is disintegrated. Think about it. When you first get in your relationship or you first start texting a girl, you kind of act like that Chad because you're like, oh shit, I've got her attention now. You want to act cool and shit. You be mean, whatever. You love her, etc. But as time goes on, you start to just lose your mystery. Start to not give her, or start not to like act the same as you did when you started texting her. You start to become needy, become neutral, become boring, and that over time just makes you a friend. Having this balance or having this difference in masculine and feminine is essential. And I've spoken about this before. I've learned a lot about like the whole like masculine essence, purpose, sexual desires in the book of The Way of Superior Man by David Data. One of the best books, and I'm still trying to keep rereading it because there's still stuff I forget. You have to read a book like 5 times to actually know like 5% of the book. So I'm still trying to educate myself even more about this because I still struggle with it, but that's a good starting point. Invest in that book, The Way of the Superior Man. You probably heard it before if you watched these type of videos, but really insane book. Make your intentions known. Number 5, forgetting her. This is the harsh truth a lot of guys have to hear. And it's something I myself have to hear. If she really just doesn't want you and you start to get upset, you start to say to yourself, oh, it's a waste of time. You start to think of all the memories, all the good times, all the bad times, whatever. You have to stop being bitter and negative because you can't control the past. The past is done. You can think about it, but don't let it take up your thoughts of the present because that's only destroying your future self. You're going to be a whole lot more better if you can forget about her sooner rather than later and take it as a learning lesson, not a waste of time. You may make some mistakes. You may feel upset about your mistakes, like, oh, I was being too nice, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that's data. And you can use these mistakes as almost like mistakes and learn from them. Because you've heard this a million times, there's plenty of fish in the sea, bro. The sooner you can forget about her, the sooner you can take it as a learning lesson and decide to be better instead of bitter, you're going to save so much time. Because younger Adrian would waste months. He would stop dating altogether. He would just think about the same girl, would friend zone him and keep texting her. That just limited my own self-improvement journey, okay? So be better, not bitter. And the decision is quite frankly in your hands, okay? You actually decide. So if you have trouble thinking of what to do, making your own decisions yourself, what helped me making like conclusive decisions? Pulling out everything today. Journaling about them. Writing down, okay, was this person actually good for me? Probably not. Did we relate? Not even. Like she vaped. She did drugs. Like, why was I so obsessed with her? Was it purely just because of looks? You start to journal more, improve your self-image, start meditating. You start to just level up faster, start to become more self-aware, start to realize, oh, this person actually wasn't even good for me. Why was I so obsessed with her? We didn't even relate like that much. She didn't even like talking about the same things I like talking about. So why was I so bitter? I may as well just become better and try and prove myself like relentlessly so I can attract who I want to attract further down the line. Forget about it, bro. Also, your actionable step for today's video, I forgot to put a slideshow, but your actionable step for today's video is to invest and please just read the book, The Way of the Superior Man. I've said this before, but you probably still didn't buy the book. Please just invest in this book because it is going to improve your relationships a whole lot more than this video ever would. This book changed my life, and I'm still reading this book to this day. I've read it like 2 times. My goal is to read it 5 times within the next 3 months because I know how much that's going to improve my dating life for the better and my relationship with the feminine, okay? Invest in that book. I hope this advice was valuable and then motivates and gives you the education you need to escape the friend zone. Leave a comment about your self-improvement journey down below. Like and subscribe for more videos about self-improvement, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.